And I think it's recording. Yep, it is. Hopefully this is like good quality with this new pop filter.
I think it'll make some level of difference, but I don't know. There's levels to this.
Dude, the thing is, the most fun episodes of the record are the ones where we're so rowdy and laughing so much. Like that one we did with Hamza, dude.
Oh my god.
So I had such a good time listening back to that episode, but oh my god, did we peak a lot.
I'm peaking. Yeah, it sounds very bad, and I try to level it out, and I try to like put on the filters as best I can stumble through it, but it still sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
And I think a better microphone with like better range will help. Maybe better recording software. Pop filter's better than nothing. And I think once we like, there's also the mixing boards, and then
man,
there's so many.
I feel like that's a way down the road thing. That's mixing boards is too advanced for what I can do right now.
There's a lot of people with opinions. There's a lot of blogs, and there's a lot of blogs about podcasts. And I went down a couple of them too deep, and now I've got a deep Amazon list to show for it.
What's the total on that list?
I don't know. There's a bunch of other things for me in there also. It's
okay.
More of a holding pen than a real shopping cart. They'd be mad at me to return the cart by now if this was a real store.
Would you estimate that just the podcast equipment is over $100?
Oh yeah, no.
Over 200.
Yes.
Over 300.
It's probably in the 300 or 400.
300 or
just
400.
for two people, full setup. But that would be like the mics and their pop filters.
Yeah.
The sets of headphones for it. The like cable connecty box that's headphones to mics to everything into the sound mixer board also.
Wow.
And then yeah, you need to like buy the cables for that too. It doesn't look like anything's a great preset.
Okay.
But that's why people go to podcast studios.
Damn, dude. Yeah, this is it can be a very expensive hobby.
I think we're doing okay with $39.99 and Prime next day shipping.
I think so too. Well, anyway, it has been now 3 weeks since we last recorded, dude.
We've been fucking lazy. We've been hanging out too.
Yeah, exactly. We've been together like all of those weekends.
Yeah, we're gonna record. Yeah, for sure. Let's record.
And then we just end up not. But dude, so that's 2 weekends off. I mean, anything like fun, exciting, interesting happened for you?
I think we should talk about when we tried to record last weekend.
Oh god,
we had the brilliant idea. Valentine's Day. No better way to spend it than with a couple of fellas at the same time. Yeah, no. My mom ended up having Valentine's Day plans, and I didn't because I'm a loser, and you didn't.
Yeah. Of
Why?
Course. Why didn't I?
Yeah.
Because I'm incredibly single.
I thought you were going to join me in the loser bin, but
I guess that makes me a loser.
So neither of us had Valentine's Day plans, and instead I agreed to house sit for my mom because she had Valentine's Day plans that were going to take her away from the animals and the little brother. And I thought, sure, this will be fun. I'll hang out with my little brother for Valentine's Day. I should invite my best buddy Steve over.
Hell yeah.
And maybe we can record about it because we'll be here, not alone, but not really with someone special for Valentine's Day. And then we didn't.
Yeah, but what we did go do was see Parasite.
And oh my god.
Dude, that movie, that had to be one of the best movies I've seen in a while, and definitely the best movies I've seen in theaters in years.
Everybody who told me anything about it, as well as every review I said, this was post Best Picture Award, said it was incredible. And even after reading a plot synopsis on Wikipedia or something, I didn't really have a great grip of what the movie was going to be like.
I avoided anything about it because I heard it was so good.
That would have been smart. But even with knowing that, still, like, nobody even kind of prepared me, and it blew me away. It was so good.
I don't want to spoil it for all of our loyal fans out there. I don't want them getting upset with us. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, it deserved Best Picture. It was really fucking good.
It earned it, for sure.
But what was funny about this movie theater is that, like, so I'm talking to Zane, right? And, like, Zane
on the way over.
Yeah, you kind of, or your mom at least, kind of lives in the middle of nowhere. And so, like, you know about this movie theater nearby. And I was like, I don't know, dude. It's Valentine's Day. It's a Friday. And this movie just won Best Picture. And no one really saw it before. Like, it didn't do that well. And so it's like, everybody's going to go seeing this movie, like, tonight for sure. And Zane's like, I don't know if I'd worry about that.
We're kind of in a middle Connecticut, predominantly white area that probably doesn't do a lot of Korean subtitle reading. I've seen a Confederate flag or two. So I just think it's going to be empty.
And so anyway, we still get there like a little bit early so, you know, we can like find our like the seats we want and like get our snacks and all that kind of stuff. And so we get there and we're the only two in the whole movie theater. And so...
then the pre-trailers start.
Yeah.
And we're still the only ones.
And then the movie comes and goes. We're completely moved by it. But we are still the only two in this, like, theater. And then when we walk out, dude, this is what actually had me awestruck, was that we were the only car in the entire parking lot.
Everything was cleaned and shut down. There was that one manager left, I guess doing everything else to close the place except kick out the two people that are keeping him from his wife and kids.
On Valentine's Day.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing when they kept their place open that late. But, yeah, dude, that was a good time.
Didn't result in any great podcast material, but
yeah,
thought it'd be fun to get the little brother on there. He did not want anything to do with us.
Dude, he really didn't. He seemed so, like, pestered by us doing or saying almost anything to him while he was trying to, like, play Minecraft. Oh my
16
God.
years old, by the way. Not trying to force an 11-year-old on a podcast or some... Yeah, 16, just Minecrafting away.
Does he listen to this podcast?
For sure not.
Do you think he will?
Most likely not.
Can we talk shit about him? Not like shit, but like...
Oh yeah, for sure.
I can like say, I can speak freely.
We can bust balls.
Okay,
my mom made fun of you going on
phrase.
Coffee dates
That's
in front
true.
of my 16-year-old brother.
But, actually, it's not as much busting him as it may be exposing you. And we can cut this out if you want.
Okay.
But...
Oh no!
I just remember I was texting you about, is your brother cool with like smoking and stuff in general?
Rips bows all day.
And so you were like, I don't know. And then I get there and it's clear, like, yeah, we're not, like, smoking around him is not a thing that we're doing. And so then I just remember he's like playing Minecraft and you like sneakily like, pass me the vape, right? And so I'm like, dude, this kid's eyes have been glued to his screen for the past like hour and a half.
He doesn't pivot.
I could blow this at the back of his head and he would not flinch, I don't think. So yeah, I was just using the vape pretty loosely around him. I don't know if that's something that you're okay with him knowing now.
Maybe we won't point him towards this episode.
Okay. We'll call Brody, don't watch this one.
Not for Brody.
Yeah, no Brody's allowed. Then he'll never watch it for sure. Kid likes rules.
Yeah, I don't think. Also, we could tell him we talk shit on him, and I don't think he would care enough to watch the episode.
Oh yeah, true.
He is so fine doing his own thing, and power to him for it.
Good for him.
Plus, he's got a sick computer that he built.
Yeah, dude, that thing is a beast. That thing is 2 computers wide. Like, that thing is huge.
This is at least carry-on suitcase size.
Dude, I love how he keeps it just right on the kitchen counter, too. Like, that is his gaming
area.
station.
2 monitors,
Yeah.
like LED keyboards and everything.
Dude, that thing has a lot of gamer gunk on it. That keyboard.
It's a lot of 16-year-old gunk.
He's gotta get like one of those like little canned air things, you know what I'm talking about? Like just spray that thing down with some air.
Then throw it in the dumpster and buy a new keyboard.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't throw something that dirty in the garbage. That's just offensive to garbage men, I think.
It'd for sure be rude.
But so the weekend before that we weren't hanging out.
Yeah, we did.
The weekend before
we went
that
to a
one?
comedy club with a bunch of friends from UConn and their girls.
Was it the weekend before even that then that we haven't recorded since?
3. The 2 weekends between. That make 3 weeks. We recorded, week, comedy club, week, Valentine's Day, week, today.
Okay. So I guess it was the last weekend that we recorded then. That's when I went out to Jersey City.
Yeah.
That weekend?
I guess so.
Yeah, dude. That was quite the experience.
How was Jersey City?
So Jersey City was... I mean, Jersey City's a good time. Like, lots of, like... If you want a club...
In a grungy, kind of sweaty Draco Noir type of way?
Kind of. If you want clubs, there's clubs. If you want bars, there's bars. And there's, like, hybrids in between.
Wherever you go, there's Draco Noirs.
Yeah, exactly. You always got what you're looking for, and you're always looking for Draco Noir. And so... But then, at the end of the night, we're, like, leaving. And... and I see these 2 guys, like, fighting in the street. And I'm less than sober at this point. And they're rolling around in the street. And for all of you at home, I'm going to give up the charade now because I feel like a phony, because I have told Zane the story, but I'm going to tell it right now anyway. But these two guys like rolling around the street, like trading blows. And I don't know what kind of like bouncer wrestler instinct took over me, but I just sprint over to them and I'm trying to rip one off of the other. And luckily, my friends are also large people. And so Noah comes up behind me. He's like, yo, Webb, there's cops. Is ripping me off of these two guys. And then all of a sudden, the cops come in and pepper spray the shit out of these two guys. Like, and the thing is, one of them kept like trying to fight for like 30 seconds. Like, all right, I'm good. It's like, oh, dude, you should have been good like 10 minutes ago. You are late to the party. But so anyway.
That's a lot of pepper spray.
Noah gets me off of these two
Nice.
guys. Yeah, I thought I saved it there. Too long of a pause. But he rips me off of these two guys. And all of a sudden my mouth is like really spicy because I got fucking pepper spray in my mouth. And turns out I also got it on my hands a little bit. And then Noah, this saint who came in and saved me, also got some on him. So he's like a martyr. And then, yeah, so anyway, like we got our Uber, we go home. And what I didn't realize was that the pepper spray was also on my hands. And so I rubbed my eyes at one point and just effectively pepper sprayed myself in the backseat of this Uber. I like can't open my eyes at all. They're like tearing and in pain. I'm like, oh geez, I can't believe I just did this to myself. And also just like a shitty, dirty kid, I infected a couple of my friends with pepper spray by inadvertently touching them. Oh my god, dude, pepper spray sucks. And what I didn't know about it is that it totally burns your skin, even if it's not normally sensitive skin. Like I had some on my arm, and like the next day, because I didn't shower, like I said, dirty kid. Like the next day, it was
Jersey.
still like super hot and burning. Pepper spray is not recommended.
That's the most Jersey story I've heard in a while.
Hey, bro, get off of here!
Hey, bro, there's the cops!
Yeah. Hey, you get the fuck out of here!
So anyway, I was sitting in the Uber, pepper spray in my eyes.
Ah, gabagool. Oh man.
Pasta visual.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, it was it's definitely been an interesting couple weekends. I have not been responsible over the weekends, I'll say that. If this was not evidence.
Judging by the fridge quantity here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I always end up having to like after work, go buy groceries, cook that night, do all that kind of stuff. It's like, oh God, I'm just not setting myself up for success in the beginning of the week.
Come on, Webb. You're an adult.
I know. And the rest of the week, I'm fine. Like
maybe we played 5 hours of Nintendo Switch today, but you got to act like one.
Nintendo Switch is for the whole family. Don't you dare forget it.
I'm so glad I jumped on that boat.
Oh, dude, you got to steal, man.
What a great deal. And the funny part is, the money that I bought this Switch with came out of my I'm going to build a computer fund for the guy who sold me the Switch,
right?
Him to buy computer parts so he can build his computer.
Oh, nice, dude. That's what makes the world go round.
Right? Console swap. Nice dude. Works at Walmart. Met me in the parking lot. I'm still not sure if he just like ripped open a bunch of fresh Switch goodies and then sold it to me out the back.
Damn.
But either way, I did get a great deal.
Yeah, you really did. Good
and a
for you.
stack of games. Now, Smash Bros, Mario Kart, Mario Deluxe, which can fucking...
Yeah, it's not your game, man.
Mario shouldn't make people so angry, but it does. Breath of the Wild, hundreds of new hours to shirk off responsibility.
Dude, for sure. And you're forgetting the most important one, dude.
I definitely said... Oh, I said Smash Bros, but you're talking about...
Just Dance 2020.
Just Dance 2020.
Oh,
Ooh.
my God. Dude, I'm going to train with that game. I'm going to become the greatest pop star dancer that Connecticut has ever seen.
I think that's the perfect date idea. Barefoot Wine and Just Dance on the Switch.
Ooh, Just Dance and
Just
Chill.
Dance date.
Just Dance and Chill. I kind of like it, dude.
It's pretty good.
Work up a little sweat.
Isn't there a special lady you've been talking to?
God,
I think dancing came up there, right? She's not much of a dancer, but you're gonna teach her because that sounds like Just Dance is just right for the job.
Yeah, I'm going on a date.
For all 8 of our fans, you all know Steve, but he doesn't really do the dating or any interest in it. It's very exciting to see him excited.
It's been the last date I went on was 2 years ago, I think. over 2 years ago now.
Wow.
And that was like a coffee date.
That's what my mom made fun of you for.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it doesn't go anywhere because you just go on coffee dates.
Dude, I'm batting 1,000 on coffee dates right now. Coffee
within the last 2 years.
Yeah, but still.
1 for 1.
2 for 2, I'll have you know. They both went swimmingly, and I think coffee is a perfect first date. And let me explain why.
Stimulant for conversation?
Well, okay, yes, for one, like neither one of you is going to be snoozing. And the other thing is, a lot of people say like, oh, lunch. And
No. Lunch is not a good first date.
Yeah, because one, I feel like no one wants to eat in front of someone who they're meeting for the first time, maybe first time sober, maybe just like early on, like they don't know them very well. And like you want to be eating in front of them.
Want to be able to talk and not have to worry about eating.
Yeah, and also you don't want to have to worry. This would be a huge problem for me.
You gonna pay?
Is that I'll pay either way. That's not a problem. But another huge problem is like I'm going to finish my meal before her.
You eat fast.
I eat so fast.
They're not gonna take it away from you, Steve.
I don't know what it is, dude. I just consume quickly, and so like I'm going to and she's gonna feel self-conscious, and she's gonna feel extra self-conscious at that point because
you're waiting.
Not only does she have to eat her whole meal, like I am not focusing on my meal at all anymore.
You're just watching her eat.
And also, when she finishes it, that's the end of the date. So, like, this date is entirely based on her eating her food while I watch her. And, like...
Ooh, that's a bad matchup.
Dude, it's a terrible first...
Not super effective.
Once you're comfortable around someone, yeah, dinner, lunch, like, whatever, like, second, maybe third date, like, go for it, of course.
I thought you were going to say second, maybe third dinner.
No, yeah.
That's my type of gal.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, that's fine. But, dude, coffee date, and, like... A coffee date can be short. You can finish it quickly. A coffee date can be long because...
Hang out at a coffee shop.
You hang out at a coffee shop. That's something people, like, do. And it's, like, made for that. It's, like, comfortable there.
You're totally right. I'm with you on the coffee date.
Dude,
maybe it's just too low octane for my mom.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's very low pressure, I feel like. I don't know. I think it's perfect.
I'm a fan, and it seems to be working.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So, yeah.
You have another date planned?
I do have another date planned.
Is it just dance and chill?
I don't... When I say date planned, I mean I have day of the week. I don't have time. I don't really have place. Like...
Certainly not activity.
Yeah, I have general, like, evening time. So...
After I wake up and before I go to bed.
Yeah,
somewhere
it's pretty chill. I don't know. That's kind of the way I operate with things in general.
It's working okay for you,
yeah,
except for the buying and cooking food for yourself, I guess.
No, that's fine. Like I try to do it on Sunday, and then sometimes I just can't do it on Sunday, so I have to do it on Monday. That's basically the extent of that.
Because you played too much Smash Bros with your friend on the weekend?
Yeah, it's because I just get home too late or something. I don't know. But yeah.
Getting home. Was it a wrestling match last time?
Last week? It was
It was UConn, right?
Yeah, it was the UConn wrestling match that I went to go like watch and stuff, and then afterwards they were so close to UConn that we all went to Ted's.
Oh, Ted's.
And so I ended up like drinking for a while, and then I like had
to wait sobering up for a while.
Yeah, and like that was on a Sunday, so I could have just slept there, waking up like dumb early and driven home, but I like decided like nah, I really don't want to sleep around UConn tonight, so I sobered up and drove home for like an hour.
Didn't go to the grocery store.
Did not go to the grocery store. I doubt it was open.
I'll give it a pass at that point. That's fair. Did UConn win?
So UConn went 2-1. And the one dude... Oh, man.
Tell us about
they were the only other team there that was like decent.
So you're 0-1 where it counts?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, the other two were like, yeah, of course we're going to beat them. But yeah, the other school was Stony Brook and like... Yeah, it was URI and Fordham. Nothing. But yeah, it was Stony Brook, and oh my god. I don't want to bore people with the details, but yeah, like, we should have won that match. It came down to a couple key moments that I'm not going to get into, but yeah. So I'm not trying to throw blame around.
But I'll think it around.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
Think you might stick around watching the team a bit more this year? You have an option for nationals, right?
So they have one tournament this weekend. They're at Yale. That's on Sunday. I might go to that. I'll probably go to that. And then regionals the weekend after, and then 2 weeks after that is nationals in Texas. And I've kind of been asked to go. I don't know if they need me there as a coach, though.
I was gonna ask.
That's the thing. Like, it's expensive, and if they don't need me there, I don't think I'm going. But I'll ask, because they got a great team this year, man. Like, they're gonna have some guys going, and like to have like all those matches going on at the same time and only 2 coaches, like they might not be able to split their time up.
That's not ideal.
But they got money. Maybe they'd help me pay for the plane ticket. I don't know, because I could make it work with my schedule, and that'd be a lot of fun.
Well, if you're gonna actually coach, maybe the plane ticket is like a fair break even, or some of it.
Yeah, true.
Offer your actual services, which are genuine.
Yeah, true.
I mean, national champion wrestling coaching doesn't come cheap, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
All the guys I've hired usually cost an arm and a leg.
Oh, man. But yeah, it's been good otherwise.
We got to figure out what some of these trips coming up are, especially if you might be going to Texas. I've been throwing a lot at you.
Yeah.
We have the options of what? Bonnaroo, Burning Man, Costa Rican Surf Hostel with Ty when he's out of med school for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, New Orleans, do Mardi Gras.
Oh my God, dude. I just had a friend, Joey, come back from New Orleans, dude. And he
From Mardi Gras?
Yeah, dude. He is like itching to go back next year already. He was just saying how it is just he was just like, it's Candyland, dude. It's fucking Candyland. Like, oh my God. He was just showing me videos, and it is some raunchy stuff going on in the streets, man. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no open container laws, so you can just walk down Bourbon Street with a bottle of bourbon if you want, like open, taking swigs of it.
That sounds appropriate.
There's just people dancing and people naked, and everyone's trading beads, and it's like, I'll show you my tits for those monkey beads, because, dude, apparently the monkey beads, like, people wanted those.
Amazon, we got to stock up.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to have so many fucking beads.
Oh, God. Some of your finest beads, sir.
Khajiit has wares if you have the coin.
Oh, man. But, yeah.
So I think we should get together with Joey, link up, plan a trip.
Dude, he's definitely going next year. Like, he already told me he's, like, 100%
I am 100%.
going. I'm so down. Oh, man. It sounds crazy.
Book it. Bookmark it.
Yeah, definitely.
Put it in your pocket.
Oh.
And then we'll do 1 to 3 more this year.
Yeah.
We'll aim for some weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Both festivals are weekend. The
That's
Costa
true.
Rican Surf Hostel might be the 1 week trip.
Mm-hmm.
But budget that out. Figure out group flights, easy ground transport, and then you're at the all-together hostel where you get your surf lessons, food, sleep there.
Yeah.
It is sick. And in Portugal, it was like 8 days for $300.
Wow.
Really hard to beat.
Yeah, seriously.
It's not a break the bank one. Seriously, if anyone
Surfing
out there,
seems so fun too.
oh, it is so much fun, and the places these hostels are so gorgeous. And having the rentals, a group of people who are also beginner to mediocre and actual like instructors there makes it way more fun. It was such a blast.
Damn.
You know, you look good with a surfboard, Steve. You know that's a picture you want on your Tinder.
I've never seen it before. But yeah, I feel like I could pull off a surfboard.
I think so. Just got to shred some gnar.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, that would be a fun one. And then we'll see how all of the whole saving money goes as I buy a Switch and several games today. But
yeah, today was a few $100 day for you.
Yeah, it was. But, you know, sometimes you need a little something.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's a Switch.
And sometimes that's way more games on top of the too many games I already own.
For a guy who doesn't play a lot of video games, I sure have been buying a lot of video games.
Dude, there's something about it, man. It's just like...
I gotta collect them all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If I see a deal...
They're also so different. If it's a great deal... I have been buying most of them on sale. Like when there's a crazy 50 or 75% off, a game that I know I like would want to play badly. Like The Witcher 3. Never played a Witcher game, but it's supposedly amazing. For $15, probably worth picking it up.
Yeah.
While it's $15.
The thing is, I act like these games will immediately go on sale very soon, almost definitely before I'm going to get a chance to play the one I just bought. And like, and also they just depreciate over time. Like
some.
These games may just come down to that price soon enough.
maybe.
Yeah.
A lot of the ones I've been buying are a couple years old though. It's like Game of the
Okay.
Year releases that are on sale.
Yeah.
Like once it's already been Game of the Year and deluxed up,
Yeah, their value's like pretty much plateauing after a couple of years.
Yeah. And I mean, Borderlands 3 was a full price new game, but
I haven't brought a full price new. Wow, I
You
screwed
got
up
this.
most of those words. I
Take your
haven't
time.
bought a full price new game in probably other. Nah, that's not true. I brought Smash, but that was the only one in
You
years.
had to.
Yeah, kind of.
If that didn't come with the Switch, I would have bought it today.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But yeah, Borderlands was that first game, the very first one. I got a lot of mileage out. Multiple playthroughs with multiple friends on multiple consoles over multiple years. I loved it. And I played a bunch of the second and then kind of didn't for a while, but Borderlands 3 came out like right as I finally had time to play some games again. It was finally settled into adult life.
Yeah.
And it was so flashy and so pretty and shiny and new. And I thought it would be fun to be like, hey, you got a real job. Buy a full price game because you
Yeah,
can.
dude. Hell yeah.
And you know what? That is the first of these dozen or so great games I bought that I finished. So at least I played it through.
I wish throwing money around didn't feel good. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like I know
you're right.
I know so many people who like spending money hurts them. Like it feels very bad to be spending money, and saving it feels so good. And
that
like,
was me until I went abroad and spent it all and
Really?
realized how good it was. Oh, I saved everything. I was working at McDonald's on breaks freshman year.
yeah,
Like I was always doing 2 jobs and I just banked all of it. So I was like, you gotta, that's what you do.
yeah,
But then I got fun.
yeah. Especially because like McDonald's money, like where's that going? Like how far is that going to take you if you save it?
Over years. I mean, I worked
Yeah.
for 2.5 years at McDonald's.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was not ideal. But yeah,
Oh.
you learn how much $1 is worth.
I was so bad, especially when I was in school, dude. I mean, I didn't have a lot of money, so it's not like it was hard to spend. But oh my God, dude, I was spending. I mean, I just never had money because as soon as I had any, it was gone.
It goes quick.
Especially when I was a senior, like in my last year, I was incredibly irresponsible because I was like, you know what?
5th year?
Yeah, my 5th year. Like, I was just like, this is my last time in college. I'm about to get out of here. I can live at home for like a little bit at least. And then I'll get like a real job making real money. And anything I make right now
Like
will
podcasting.
be essentially, exactly, like podcasting, my main hustle. And so anything I make here will be so paltry in comparison. And so I just kind of was like, yeah, it is what it is. Like, I'll still be able to like, I don't know, get whatever I need. And honestly, I was overly irresponsible. My parents did have to help me a couple times, which I'm not very proud of because I hate asking them for money. But
you had a
yeah.
great time.
I did have a good time, man.
And it was
I
worth
really
it
did.
for that.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't take it with you.
Yeah.
Trust me. That was the best and worst part about when I finally let loose and started spending it. I was like, oh, it is good to like have experiences and not be a miser. But also you realize how great it is, feeling at least, to be like, yeah, I'll do that. Or
Yeah.
yeah, I'll buy that game.
Yeah,
Ah.
it is nice.
I wish that wasn't a good feeling. That would be nice. But that, along with eating, are some of the things I enjoy.
I feel like on the bright side though, it does open you up to more things. Even if but does it open me up to more things? If I was better at saving money now, like, and I wasn't buying like stupid shit all the time.
You're going to lay down the habits of spontaneous travel when you're 35? Maybe,
Yeah.
but a lot less people do, and you're much more burdened by stuff.
But what I'm saying is, how much could I save right now? Like, are my spending habits so bad right now that if I were not to do it, like I live fine. I like can pay for all like the groceries and gas and whatever I need. Like and also some fun stuff sometimes. But if all like the little shitty things in between, I was like much more disciplined about, would I be able to go on a trip like right now, like afford it and not think about it?
Probably yes, but you would also have that mental block of, I saved up this $1,000.
Yeah.
You got to be able to spend it also.
That money would be on a pedestal for sure.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's tough to draw the balance.
it's just a different mentality.
It is, but it does definitely open you up to stuff. One of my coworkers the other day was like, hey, anyone want to do a Tuf Mudder? They're super fun and I have before. And they're like $100. But you get beer afterwards and a shirt and it's fun for a couple hours with some friends and you climb obstacles. I was like, yeah, absolutely. And that's an example. That's hours of work, like several hours of work pay, but it's worth it.
That's worth it. I think a Tuf Mudder is worth it for 100.
Fun fact, somehow Tuf Mudder is filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Tuf Mudder, the company, went under.
Really?
Tuf Mudder UK has been bought by Spartan Race, and I don't know if they're going to keep it under Tuf Mudder, but at the moment, the website's still up, but when you go to purchase tickets, they still have their dates and all. Tuf Mudder, just like, links are broken. They're shut down at the moment, so that's kind of a bummer.
Do you think that everyone just got their Instagram pictures and like never went again? Because they're like,
No.
I don't want to be fucking muddy again for $100.
No, because a bunch of people do it again, like my coworker.
Yeah,
and I've done
that's
other
true.
challenge races like that, like Warrior Dash and Rugged Maniac, and they were a blast, and I plan to do more. I don't know if they got the balance wrong, but they were like crazy popular, and it's been
dude. I feel like
least
everyone
a
knows
decade.
what a Tuf Mudder is.
It's been at least a decade, because I wanted to do one when I was like 16 or 17 in high school, and you had to be 18 because they have taser wires.
Wow.
Lower water.
Did you get
voltage, but
zapped?
I couldn't do it. I wasn't 18 yet.
Oh, okay.
And then when it came back
and
around,
any of the other ones that have taser wires? Or
no, they were less intense because not 18.
Gotcha.
And then just, I guess they were bitch shit later. But yeah, so I guess Tuf Mudder went under, and instead we looked at Spartan Race, and I don't know why, but we both kind of had prejudice against it. Like, I don't know. And it's like $170. 6 months out. Like,
what does that extra $70 get you?
$20 worth of parking, and then $40 of taxes and fees and additional costs on top of the $110 ticket.
And it's a worse race, you say?
I guess. I mean, maybe not. They look honestly pretty much the same, but we were both like, Spartan, that's not what we wanted. And when we looked through the
I want to be a Tuf Mudder.
Exactly. But yeah, the Spartan Race website actually was kind of neat because the different lengths that they have, the sprint is like 5K or 8K, the super is 13K, a beast is like a half marathon, 13 miles, and then an ultra is like 50 kilometers. But you get different like challenge piece wedges that when you get 3 of them from different races, it like builds. It's like almost collectibles. It seems like it looks like when you're watching somebody flip through their Fortnite stuff and there's like the next gear set, skin set, whatever.
Yeah.
It seems like you can collect like shirts and medals and completion photos, and I don't know. It looks like a CrossFit cult turned into a race.
Yeah, seriously, that's so in depth.
I think Spartan Race was a Reebok thing. I think that's the CrossFit association I have. But it looks now like they might have branched off.
Damn.
I don't know. Pretty sure Spartan was Reebok.
Okay.
But regardless, Tuf Mudder's dead in the water.
Well, I mean, I guess they're still having them if you're going to it.
We're not.
Oh.
You can't buy the tickets. The link is broken.
Okay.
So yeah, that plan is shot.
Damn.
And instead,
we can make a Tuf Mudder.
let's go to Bonnaroo.
Yeah, true.
That'll be tough and muddy, probably.
Yeah, it'll probably be muddy.
I haven't done a music festival. Gov Ball also we should do.
Yeah, Gov Ball's a good time. Gov Ball's a lot more low key than something like Burning Man.
Cool. That's a weekend thing, not a trip.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, it's in New York City, so like
Jersey.
Yeah, we can just stay at my parents' place, or I got mad friends in New York and Hoboken, so easy enough.
Cool. We'll add that one on the list.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's a good balance if we hit most of those.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how many I can actually go to.
We'll get you out there. At some point, I want to go back to Scandinavia so bad. Will you come with me? You can pick whatever Scandinavian countries you want.
They're all the same to me, dude. I can't tell the difference. I'm racist against Scandinavians.
Oh, speaking of which, there's a show on Netflix called Ragnarok, and I started watching like 2 episodes of it. Not to give too much away, but it seems like kind of a normally kid, but he might be kind of inheriting the powers of Thor, I guess. But Ragnarok is the Norse prophecy of the end of days, where everything's like ecological disasters, volcanoes, tidal waves, and then the gods and the Titan, like progenitor type gods, fight and the world ends. The title Ragnarok for the Thor movie also. Yeah, that's the whole prophecy with it. But in this show, it is a Norwegian show that they dubbed over and made a Netflix property. Just like if you watched Money Heist, that was a Spanish show in Spain that was super popular. And then Netflix, 3 or 4 seasons of it they have now, dubbed over. And the town looked super familiar, but it's called Edda in the show, Edda.
Mhm.
I Googled it and it's a fake town, but it's filmed in Odda, Odda. And the reason it looked familiar is because I stayed in an Airbnb there for a weekend. I've been to the town where this show was filmed.
Oh, that's so cool.
The high school that they go to, I walked past the shop, like the grocery store in the first episode, I bought my dinner at. We stopped there, my Swedish friend and I, on the way to hike that, the glacier that they hike in the show was up to Trolltunga, where I took that crazy rock ledge pic. But it was so cool. I was like, oh my God, I've been there. I recognize that. This tiny little sleepy Norwegian town.
Yeah.
I was there.
That's super cool. Do you watch the show with subtitles or no?
It's dubbed over.
Okay, but do you also watch it with like closed captioning?
I think yes. I usually have subtitles on now.
Does it ever not match?
I mean, their lips don't match, but
yeah.
Subtitles and dub
and the dialogue.
Like dubbed animes do that.
Yeah, kind of, because my parents have watched a couple like dubbed over shows on like Amazon Prime,
and they're a little different.
Yeah.
I think maybe
it's clear that like one of the things happened without the two talking to each other because, what was it? It was just like they always meant the same thing, but it's not like they were
synonyms.
Different, yeah, a lot of synonyms
different,
going
like
on.
Slightly different word structure.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I've caught that in some shows. Maybe this one also.
But the weird thing is, they were definitely not both correct, because there would be some where it's like, oh, he stole $8,000, and then the closed caption would say, oh, he stole $6,000. So that's just like a completely different translation, even though like, yeah, plot wise it's probably equally valid.
Took money.
Yeah, exactly. And many thousands
both of those amounts would
it.
help me a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand why they want that money back. Huh. I'll have to check when I get back into that.
Maybe.
But, so much good content out there. I don't even know if this show is good or not yet. It's just like, Scandinavia. I miss them.
You're watching it out of nostalgia.
Literally, yes. I was messaging Hannah. I was like, I want to come back to your country. At some point, get that wanderlusty fever.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. We got to go somewhere. And then we can podcast on the road.
That could be fun. That'd be something to do in a long car ride, especially.
Oh, we could do a podcast on a plane like every asshole would.
Oh, God. I would never, dude. Oh, God. What a nuisance to the people around me.
It would only be fun if it was like a very uncrowded plane. I've taken some flights where like at the back of the plane, on the bottom of 2 rows, there's a quarter of the plane. But if you got people around you in and you just had like a round table fun like plane ride, and I think that could happen.
We're across the aisle from each other.
Yeah. We'll just pull everyone in. Hey, this guy said he doesn't think a woman can be president.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You have anything to say about that?
Jesus. Yeah, just outing all these people around us, making them all super uncomfortable. Being the least popular people on this entire planet.
No, sir, I don't think reparations are a bad idea.
Oh, God.
Of course it's a woman's right to choose.
Yeah, I don't think you'll catch me doing that. But
you can catch us next time on A Couple of Fellas.
Smooth. Where the fuck is the stop button?